This summer training period, at one with the compassionate mind of the abbot, we offer the position of Shuso Tokan, just clarified, Craig Stepanek, only like this.
With the help of this great assembly, I will do my very best to fulfill this position with wisdom and compassion. Roju-san, I accept this position of Shuso with deep gratitude. Under your care, may you guide me to be a wise and capable Shuso. It's wonderful to see so many friends and familiar faces here today. Thank you for coming. For those of you online, thank you for attending this auspicious occasion. The theme I've selected for this month's Ango is the place of practice, from a book, Tea Life, Tea Mind, by the 15th Urasenki Grandmaster Soshitsu Sen. The place of practice. In the time of Buddha, a man was walking deep in the mountains in search of a place where he could discipline himself to understand his spirit. While searching, he chanced to meet one of Buddha's disciples. "Sir, from where do you come?" he asked. The disciple answered directly, "I've come from my place of practice." Thinking that this man knew of the very place for which he had been searching, he asked the disciple, "Sir, I am looking for that same place. Please take me there." The disciple answered, "The place of practice lies in the pure and honest spirit where there is no false vanity." Startled, the man saw that the place of practice and discipline is not only seen with the eyes, the place of practice is the spirit. The spirit searches to enlighten itself. It does not matter whether it is a room where one practices tea or meditates. Any place that is peaceful is a place where you can find your own spirit. So Ango means peaceful dwelling. This is the place. Now is the time to experience our true nature, to manifest this nature, and to fully express this Buddha nature. I chose this theme because of all the things that I was reading and reflecting upon in preparation for this auspicious day. This reminded me of a younger self having returned from India and leaving college, following a dream of living a life more connected to the simple goodness of ordinary people, whose strength lies in the clarity of spirit and the tenderness of the uncontrived. This, for me, I encountered in this Sangha, in my teacher, Kwong-roshi, the 90th in a living tradition whose roots can be traced back person by person to the heart of the living Buddha. This acceptance of teacher and student emboldens me to be less concerned with the vanity of my wants and more considerate of the needs of others. This is the place of practice. Now is the time for the fruit of our labors to ripen. So I want to go over and encourage everyone to take advantage of this precious time together. Traditionally, Angos are 90-day retreat periods. Here we've condensed it to a 30-day retreat period. So our time is precious, and let's make the maximum use of it. To that end, we've established our commitment forms, which many of you have seen, perhaps some of you have not, but I'd like to go over them briefly to just clarify what we're capable of doing here. So we have a Zazen commitment. It's best if we can, as practitioners, determine a commitment that we can consistently maintain for this month, whether that's at home, or if you're able to make it here, that's wonderful, or if you're further away. But making that commitment and sticking by it and consistently working towards it. We do have, I would also encourage that those of you who may be in range of some of our affiliate Zen centers in Iceland, in Poland, in Windsor, in Alexandria, Washington, D.C. area, Washington State, to join up and gather together and practice as a Sangha there as well. There's strength in numbers. Practice building a strong container is always helpful when we're practicing together. So there's also a series of Shuso talks through the month. I'll be giving a Shuso talk every Saturday through the month. And then during the week of Sesshin, the third week, I'll be giving 2 additional talks. So this is an opportunity to share the Dharma, and I would encourage you, whatever the topic may be, whatever I may be talking about, it's okay. I'll make sure there's room for questions and answers. It'll be good if you bring some questions, and we'll see what we can do together to make things clear for everyone. Lastly, I was asked to provide a list of books that we can, peruse during this month of Ango. I'd like to just mention 2 in particular. That is Embracing Mind, the Zen Talks of Kobuchino Otogawa Roshi. Kobuchino Otogawa Roshi was an important teacher for our Kwong-roshi after the passing of Suzuki Roshi in the early 70s. Kobuchino took on the responsibility of helping Kwong-roshi fully prepare for Dharma transmission. He did not have the time before Suzuki Roshi passed to receive transmission from Suzuki Roshi himself. But Otogawa Roshi and Kwong-roshi worked together for 5 years, visiting weekly to prepare Kwong-roshi for his Dharma transmission in Japan under Hoitsu Suzuki Roshi. Kobuchino Roshi has a very clear, soft, and flexible style that I fully appreciate. Secondly, is the book called The Commentary on the Song of Awakening by Kodo Sawaki Roshi. Kodo Sawaki Roshi was a preeminent Zen teacher in Japan in the mid-20th century. He's responsible for many of the teachers that came east here to America back in the 60s and 70s to help establish Zen in America. The sutra, the commentary, the Song of Awakening is a sutra that was written back in the time of the 6th patriarch by a monk whose encounter with the 6th patriarch is well documented, and is good teaching in itself in the 6th patriarch's sutra of his own, the Platform Sutra. So I would encourage those 2 books in particular could be perused. And if you have questions or want to share any insights there during our talks, or also the Shuso interviews that I'll be providing twice weekly on Wednesdays and Fridays. There'll be an opportunity for us to meet, personally between myself and you. Really, it's a relatively informal, I'm not a teacher, but it's a time for us to share or to clarify questions about practice or personal issues that you'd like to discuss. To the end of helping maintain a strong spirit of practice and container of practice here at the Zen Center and wherever you may be, we do have a printed set of guidelines that I'd like to review, some of the basic ones briefly. So Zazen, the guidance is to sit naturally, tall and relaxed, settling the self into the self, with eyes slightly open, gaze downward around 3 feet in front of you, with your head upright. Posture is very important in sitting, whether that's in a chair, on a cushion, or some other way, seiza. Keep your posture erect, body still, and the mudra alert. When thoughts come, allow them to go and return to your breath. Just simple awareness will dissolve the thoughts. Gasho. So gasho is our gesture with palms together, and the palms should be closely touching each other. The elbows upright but not overextended. Kind of a natural horizontal position, about a fist distance away from your nose. Concentrate on the tips of your fingers. The elbow should be approximately in the peripheral of your vision. And this is our universal gesture of respect and acknowledgement of each other and of things in the world that go to support our lives and practice. Zazen practice. Clothing should be subdued colors and loose. No shorts, bare shoulders, fragrant lotions, no phones or watches. Feet should be clean and bare before entering the zendo. Kinhin. It is movement in stillness. Posture is erect and dignified. Form Kinhin circle in Shashu, then bring hands in Ishu, which is with our palms facing down against our sternum. Maintain even spacing between one another, and you may use this time to go to the bathroom and return for the next zazen. Talking. Do not talk, especially in the zendo foyer after zazen and while walking to the sangha house for oryoki meals. During work practice, talk only when relevant to the work project. Mindful conversation is permitted during breaks only, and keep the conversation simple. This is called mindful silence. So silence during the practice period is just silence and stillness is the spirit, is the expression of the true spirit of our retreat time. So not that we can't engage with each other, but be very considerate in how we interact with ourselves and with others. Lastly, I wanted to mention the importance of and the threat of fire here on the mountain every year. So there's no smoking except in the front and lower parking lot areas where there's absolutely no dry grass. Do not light candles or incense in the cabins or the guest rooms. Do not throw matches or cigarette butts on the ground. For Jikido, do not leave lit candles unattended in the zendo or the doksan room. And for the kitchen, do not leave burners on the stove unattended. Sonoma Mountain Zen Center, and you, for 25 plus years alongside Roshi, have created a precious place of practice. With heartfelt tenderness, I wish you long life and the opportunity to see the fulfillment and realization of the Mandala project. That this precious, this authentic practice will be maintained, recognized as true and strong for generations to come.
We have given the position of Shuso Tokan, just clarify, prayed Stepanek. Just like this.
Ango has begun. Please prepare for Zazen.